Hey, good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well. Just watching the news right now and catching up on what's going on in Alaska right now. Within a few hours, President Trump is going to be meeting with Vladimir Putin to discuss the future, see what goes down over in the war, the fighting that's been going on between Russia and the Ukraine. So hopefully they can come up with a deal that stops a lot of the fighting and can hopefully calm things down over there and essentially just stop the killing and the fighting whatever they can do to kind of resolve that situation over them. We're kind of hoping for that. I want to talk a little bit about something that a verse in the Bible and a part of the Bible that's just been really burning a lot, probably in the last year, and it's Psalm 1, Psalm chapter 1, verse 1 through 4. And I'm just going to read it to you. It's Psalm chapter 1, verse 1 through 4. It says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers." This is the New International Version. "But whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away." So I want to break that down a little bit here. Just think about this. And I love this is what's really been resonating, what I love about this particular part of the chapter and these four verses here. Notice what he's saying. He's saying three things. He's saying, blessed is the one who does not walk in the step of the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. Those three things: walking, standing, and sitting. Three things, three action verbs. He doesn't he says those three things. Most of the time in our life, we're either sitting, talking with people, and when it comes to our company, or the things that we allow to influence the company that we choose in every area of life, we're either standing with people, sitting down with people, or walking with people. We're moving with people, right? He says, "Blessed is he who does not engage that kind of who's careful about who you spend your time with." Essentially, uh, he's very explicit and straightforward. He says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in the step of the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but his delight is in the law of the Lord." So the psalmist, most presumably King David here, is saying that your company is very important. And not just your company, your physical company, but just really every influence that you allow to come into your mind, the things you listen to, the things you watch, everything that you break in, you got to be careful, you got to be mindful of. And he basically is saying that he's just very mindful about that. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law, in his word, is what he meditates on. And that's something that I've always struggled in full candor, is something I've always struggled with. Like a lot of people, my brain and mind is always going in a billion directions all the time. And I'm very interested in a lot of things too, but it's also very, very important to really create spaces and times, strong spaces and times in your life where you can really just focus and meditate on his word, parts of his word, the message of his word, the entire Bible, because that exactly, like it says at the very end of those four verses, that person is like a tree planted in streams of water. You know, you're planted next to a river of water that's going to nourish you and allow you to flourish. And I just want to encourage you that that's very, very important. You know, it's something that's definitely helped me. I mean, in full transparency and candor, it's very hard, right, to do that sometimes, but it's so important and necessary and helpful. So, two things: just really be careful, mindful of your company. It's not a perfect world. We're all gonna, in this life and in this world, we're gonna expose ourselves to a lot of different people, and you obviously want to be kind and compassionate to those whom God puts in your path too. But what the psalmist is saying, is that it's very important to be mindful of the things that you allow to penetrate and engage your life, your thoughts, your mind. But most importantly, really create that space, that time to really meditate on his law. I heard somebody once saying this is super important. Success isn't just so much all the great and good things that you do in life, but it's also what you subtract out of your life. That's a hard pill to swallow for me and for a lot of people. I've seen this, especially in my military career. I've seen some of the most successful people some of the most successful people I've seen are not, some of them are not the smartest, the most talented, most high powered people in terms of capability. I've seen a lot of talented people, a lot of talented, smart, strong, really talented people really crash and burn and not be as successful because they're not only just doing great things, but they're also doing a lot of bad things. They got a lot of bad habits and vices. And those bad habits and vices are really destroying their potential and their capabilities or skills. Where I've seen some people who may not have the same talent and firepower, but they're making wise choices. They're moving forward steadily in life. They're mindful about the things they engage and the things that they do not engage. Right. So it's just really important. It's not just what you add to your life, but also kind of what you subtract out of your life as well. So I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you have a great Friday and start enjoying the Friday night lights this upcoming football season. The Friday night high school lights, the Saturday college game days, and the Sunday NFL games. All right. Love football season. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless. Bye.